जयपुर via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपको अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ರೈಲು
एक्सप्रेस पॉलोबोटी स्टेशन नेताजी भवन कृपया ध्यान दो.
You could think I'm cross because the RCB middle order pretty much just dropped the ball. But that's not what I'm upset about. I'm upset because by one run, Michael Vaughan has got his score guess correct and has beaten me. One run. But a win is a win, and one must be humble and gracious in defeat. So I shall clap for Mr. Vaughan. Look at him smiling like a Cheshire cat. Yeah? The cat who
In
got...
all your years of international cricket, I've never seen you so grateful to an umpire as for that last third umpire upholding the fact that it was not a wide.
I have to be honest, it was a wide.
Stop it! See, this
He's just playing with you. He's playing with you.
He is. He's not being gracious in victory, you know. That's what he's doing. He's taking a salt into my wounds. But it's okay. I was the defending champion. I got yesterday's power play prediction right on the dot at 54. Just thought I'd throw that in. Hashtag humble. But today, it really was the Rajasthan bowlers who pulled it back and the Bangalore batters who really dropped the ball after two brilliant innings from Faf and Glenn. So out of KGF, it was the G and the F that fired. There was Glenn Maxwell, 77 of 44. Faf, 62 of 39. They might as well just glue that orange cap onto his head now because he's not in the mood to give it away to anyone. Trent Boult got a wicket at the first ball, his 100th wicket in the IPL, and it's a good one to get. Virat Kohli on the first ball in Chinnaswamy, so that's a plus. But after Maxwell got out, Faf got run out, Maxwell got out, and that's the frustration with Maxwell, isn't it? He was playing so well today. Tried to hit a reverse sweep previous ball, didn't get it for 4. It's almost like he becomes egoistical about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be frustrated about Maxwell though. I mean, that innings was that's as good as he can play.
I think he was good for 100 today,
When you think he strolled out there at 12 for 2.
Yeah.
Virat Kohli's gone for a duck. It's April the 23rd. He doesn't score runs on April the 23rd.
That's right. This is his third duck on the 23rd of April. In case you didn't watch the combox, we'll tell you that.
The analysts will be in the computer just logging that. So next year, if it's April, he won't play. They'll have to drop him. But he rocks out there at 12 for 2. And Trent Boult's... I mean, we've seen world class today. We've seen Trent Boult's early spell was terrific. We've seen Chahal come back, having been hit for a couple, fantastic. And then you've got that combo at the top there in Faf and Glenn Maxwell. But it was Maxwell that got Faf going.
Yeah.
Because he came out there and boundary. And some of those strokes, that little glide to third off Trent Boult, he just kind of feathered it off his shoulder. There you go, get down to that vacant space. And then he started hitting it to all parts. He played that reverse sweep off Chahal into the stands for 6. That was pure T20 bat. And that's why when he comes and plays like that, it's why everyone wants him in their T20 team. Yeah. Across the globe, he is one of the most sought-after players.
It's amazing. When he's on song, he's one of the best in the world. But it gets a little frustrating because sometimes when he gets out, you're like, that was not that, you've given it away, right? That was not the bowler's dismiss. The bowler should be earning your wicket and getting you out. But you focus on the runs that he did get. And I'll tell you why he'll be frustrated today. Is because after he went, Bangalore just couldn't get any runs. And that's the middle order to blame. But still, we've got to see this. That's a shambles.
156 for 5. That's where they were when he gets out. And look at what happens after that. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. The way 156 for 4 when he got out, sorry.
Yeah.
And after that, 5 wickets, ridiculous. I mean, Chahal comes, a leggy comes in a field the size of Chinnaswamy.
17th over for 2 runs.
19th over for 9. For 9. That's it.
Yeah.
11 in 2 from a leggy at that point on a ground that small. So, I mean, kudos to Chahal as well. Absolutely brilliant bowling. And, one of the things I was looking at was the speed at which he was bowling. And he normally bowls in the early 90s. And suddenly he's 85, 86, lots of rev, but the ball is not so fast in the air, slightly wide, fetch it, but they're not reaching it,
Yeah.
And it's just absolutely brilliant bowling. It's a bowler at the top of his game, and he was so good today.
Yeah, today he was bowling slower than I process information, and that's Pretty slow. But that's what he does, right? He just knows how to bowl at this ground. And look at the figures he's walked away with, right? And we'll talk about Jason Holder in a second as well. But Chahal got that 1 wicket in the 17th over. So he's 4 for 28, 1 wicket. There's 1 wicket to Ashwin. He's gone at 9. So that's good as well. Sandeep Sharma, a little expensive today, but picked up the 2 wickets. And Trent Bolt picked up 2 wickets in the power play. It was 12 for 2 because of Trent Bolt. So any captain will happily take that. And they've bowled with 5 bowlers today. That doesn't happen in too many IPL games. But they only have the 5 bowlers. Rajasthan, for me, is just defying what T20 logic is all over the world because everybody's packing and stacking all-rounders.
Yeah.
These guys are playing with 6 batters, 5 bowlers. They're top of the table.
Yeah, I mean, look, if they go on and win the tournament, everyone will start to copy them. But if they don't, not many teams around the world will copy that system. But it helps when you've got world-class performers. You know, you've got Ashwin Chahal and Trent Bolt who are, you know, right up there with the best. You got Sandeep Sharma, who's very, very under the radar, but very consistent.
Handy, yeah.
And Jason Holder's an international quality. So, you know, you've got 5 bowlers. There's not a bowler in T20 cricket, I think, that you can absolutely guarantee will get 4 every game.
Yeah.
But I think that 5 is as good as most. So that's why they go with that system. When you see Maxwell play like that and Faf, and then not many other batters can get going on that kind of surface, it's sometimes hard to judge a pitch when you've got so much quality in those two playing well, and then the lesser players not kind of playing as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's a bit of a warning sign for Rajasthan that the pitch is okay. It's a good pitch, but it might just be offering a little bit more than we think.
Yeah, and if there is a little bit of help for the spin, I'm sure that Bangalore is going to be up there to exploit it as well. But just want to come back once again to that innings progression because Bangalore fans will look at this innings progression, will look at the scorecard and saying we just keep having the same problem, which is we get the runs from 1, 2, 3 and then the rest don't contribute. Look at where they are at the halfway stage. They were 101, Joy. At 101, you have no business finishing at 189.
Yeah,
then when you look at the last 5, that makes the problem even more dire because they were about 100, they were 150 at 14. How do you finish at 189? This is not my score guess frustration.
No,
but
no, absolutely. And not only that, given the size of the surface, given what it is, that they're bowling with 5, that they don't have too many options there. Something, also the runouts. You cannot have 3 runouts in a game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem. That their running is all over the place. They're not talking to each other. They're not calling. That Faf runout was a very, very critical runout.
Yeah.
And I have to say that some of the ground fielding was excellent there were a few patches which were not great, but some of the ground fielding was excellent from the Rajasthan side.
Yeah, there was Devdutt Padikkal, little diving efforts over there. Jason Holder, Yashasvi Jaiswal with the run out. Yashasvi Jaiswal almost taking out Jason Holder in the celebration, right? Takes a lot to take out a guy 1 foot bigger than you, right?
Yeah.
Miss a high five, hit him on the face, tackle him, bring him down, your own player. But yeah, the Rajasthan fielding, and you've got to give it to Rajasthan. It's very easy to only talk about the Bangalore middle order kind of collapsing. But let's talk for a minute about the Rajasthan bowling in the back 5.
Yeah, I mean, I think the pitch just slowed up a little bit, and I think Chahal was clever bowling it slower. Jason Holder started to bowl a few cutters, which were just grabbing in the surface. I think it's a competitive total. Having watched the pitch, I honestly think 189. It's a day game. Rajasthan are going to have to bat very, very well to chase down that target, and you have to field like Rajasthan fielded.
Yeah.
You know, at this venue on that pitch, if you come out and field poorly, you're going to lose 15, 20 runs. But, you know, getting runs is very important on a pitch like that against quality batters. You've got to try and dislodge them with a little bit of quality in the field. They did that. I think we're in for a game. You know,
Nice.
I would say it's a par score on this surface, and having batted on it and faced the deliveries most difficult to face, which Maxwell and Faf will be telling the bowlers, I would say they'll take plenty of pace off the ball and bowl lots of cutters.
I'd like to see who the reserve players are for Bangalore at this stage. Because is there a good
Who's the
spinner?
bowler?
Who's
Well,
a good
they've got
spinner?
Harshal, not spinner, but they've got Harshal.
They will bring in Harshal.
If you're
So
looking
then
at
there's no other
variations in pace and a
Yeah.
good slow ball,
Or
they've got
they
him and
could-
they've got Karan Sharma.
They could go Karan Sharma as well. Akashdeep and Harshal are the fast bowlers, but they could go Karan Sharma if the pitch is doing a bit. Karan Sharma, think about it. You got Karan Sharma, you got Hasranga then, and then you got Maxwell giving you a bit, Shahbaz Ahmed. Then you have potentially 4 spinners who could bowl on this surface, who might give you a bit of trouble. Because you've got Vishak, who's going to bowl the opening over. Siraj is great up front.
Yeah.
It could be an interesting choice.
But I tell you something.
And David Welly could bowl at the end.
Yeah, I mean, Siraj versus Butler's a great watch. right at the offset there, because Siraj will charge in, try and get that ball to angle back into Buttler. I guess if there's one little weakness about Buttler early on, is that ball that kind of pitches, and most right-handers have this weakness, by the way, pitches around fifth stump and just nips back onto around middle and off stump. If you can get one or two of those early, Siraj might dislodge him.
I mean, you've got 3 legit international champs there in the batting. There's Jos Buttler, Sanju Samson, Shimron Hetmeyer. And then you've got 3 Indian youngsters who are pretty good as well, making their name. Devdutt Padikkal, who actually was in Bangalore, so he knows how to play on this ground. Yashasvi Jaiswal, who's been doing well, and Dhruv Jorel is Dhruv Jorel, I like what I've little bit I've seen. What? Padikkal's never played in Bangalore. All right, so I take that back. He knows the Bangalore bowlers. Well, that squad's changed as well. So I'll just take all of it back.
He knows the Bangalore pitch. He plays for Karnataka.
That's right. So there you go. Oh, put it back in now. Put it back in. He knows. Right? So he knows basically. Yeah. This is why I carry joy around with me everywhere. In all conversations, even at cocktail parties. Right? To just back up everything I say.
Yeah, but look, can you get me out of that suitcase that you carry me in? Better suitcase would help.
I'll get you a bigger one.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good.
Get you a bigger one. Maybe we could throw in an oxygen tank. I don't know. Wow. Could be your lucky day. I am feeling rather generous today. Will the Rajasthan batters have they made a change in their batting order? Looks like they made a change in their batting order. Is Padikkal coming out to open? I just want to talk a second about Padikkal because Padikkal's position is opening. Rajasthan paid a lot of money for him. Bangalore went after him to a certain degree. They went up to 7 crores with him and then they dropped out of the race and then Rajasthan got him. They got him, but they're playing him out of position, don't you feel?
Yeah. I
4
think
and 5 is not his position.
No, what would have happened is when they were at the auction table, they might just have thought that he's going to be opening for them.
Yeah.
But once they come to the nets and say Yashasvi's batting, Sankara, the boys would have had a chat. They would have said, you know what, Yashasvi useful, let's open with him. Yeah. Because the idea was a right-left. Even Padikkal also, the idea was to get a right-left up there. Yeah. But Yashasvi must have just impressed them so much that they decided to. And here's that one thing. This is the fallacy of a lot of IPL teams have that this is the only place Padikkal can bat. But the point is not that. Is Padikkal the best person to bat at that position? And they clearly thought that Yashasvi was the right guy to bat. Yeah. And so far it's been proven right for them as well. So I don't know what is going on here. Perhaps because he knows the pitch, as we were talking about, because he plays for Karnataka or...
Yeah. So I don't know. It's not, they're all padded up, so they could. But I don't think they're going to break that opening partnership, right? Yeah. They're not going to break Jaiswal and Buttler.
I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, it's been a combination that's worked. You know, we were talking about that combination with Faf and Virat at the start of the show because they're similar in terms of numbers.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't think that's going to be broken unless there's a tactical manoeuvre. We'll have to wait and see. But I personally wouldn't be changing that combo.
All right. So you've got, of course, Siraj, who will bowl to Jos Buttler. That's a good chance. Hasaranga bowling to Sanju Samson. That's a good one as well because the matchup suggests that that could be something. He's got him out 6 times in T20s. So. And Sanju can't seem to read Hasaranga, can't get him away, which is rare for
significant numbers. Those are significant numbers.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Also, I'm wondering whether they'll just throw, for example, Maxwell to bowl a couple of overs of off spin up front against, say, the left-handers. I mean, they could just do, something to change because you're on a par score. Do something to just shake it up a bit because these guys
are... It's such a risk, though, if Buttler gets on strike.
If Butler's on the right side, it'll be a problem.
Yeah, if you bowl to the lefty and you can keep the lefty down that end, it's fine. But if suddenly he gets a single and Butler's down there...
They're sharp enough, right? They're sharp enough for Buttler to signal to Jaiswal if he's on strike saying... I'm going to get it done. The thing is, Bangalore gets, of course, a lot more bowling. They take a lot more bowling options onto the field than Rajasthan did. Rajasthan took the 5. But if you look at Bangalore, and they've got the impact player, Harshal Patel has come in. Okay. So they've got Harshal in. So now look at their bowling options, right? When you look at that team sheet, their bowling options, there's, of course, Mohammad Siraj, great form. There's David Willey. There's Harshal Patel. There's Vishak. Yeah. So they are going quick heavy. They've got Hasaranga can bowl, Hasaranga will bowl, Shahbaz, not Sarfaraz, Shahbaz, and thanks for helping me with the team sheet there. And Maxwell. So they're carrying in 7 options there. So it's interesting how he's going to use them because Virat is going to be captaining again because Faf is off the field. So, and Virat, as Michael, you said last time, was really good marshalling the troops.
Well, with Virat, when he goes out there, he'll be pumped. Yeah. And his team will be revved up, ready to go. His tactics against Punjab were excellent.
He's got a duck, which will wind him up even more, won't it?
Yeah, he's the 23rd of April. That's just the norm. Yeah. No, he'll be fine. His captaincy's good. and he'll get his combos right. It's just when you play against Rajasthan, you mentioned those three. The youngsters are very, very talented, but they know that if Butler gets going or if Sanju gets going, what they want is to leave a lot for Shemron. They want to leave Shemron like a kind of scenario like he won the game just a few games ago. But you know, that combination at the top, those two senior powerhouses, Sanju and Josh, you would think that one of those two, if not both, will have to get a nice number tonight.
Yeah, because it is 190 that they have to get. All right, we're going to go with our game again, which is power play score predictions. And since Michael is the defending champion, he goes last. So enjoy, you go first.
51.
51. 56. Too little, it's going to be
He's
more.
thinking of
60.
Butler. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
you've
thinking of
got such a
Butler
safe-
VA, the ball going flying
it's
somewhere.
so
in
safe.
between.
We've taken a really safe option. Take 61, no? So then we got a pattern.
60.
61.
60.
For audit purposes, we'll make it 61. It's 51, 56, and 61. Please don't break the arithmetical progression. It's very important.
60.
Be a team player, Michael.
No.
No lunch for him. Nothing. I've got
62.
Okay, it's not going to listen. All right. So those are our score guesses. What are yours? Tell us on Twitter. Hashtag Cricbuzz Live. We want to hear from you. We love to hear from you. We want friends. So if you could just do that. We don't talk to each other when we sit in the green room. So if you talk to us on Twitter, we really like that. Please. I've never asked you for anything. All right, time for us to go.
Liar.
I do ask them every day for something or the other, but they never give it. Especially when I ask for money orders. All right, we're going to see you at the end of the 10th over with Cricbuzz Combox. Join us then. It's free. Bye-bye.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ ಚೆನ್ನೈ
Hyderabad Bhattacharjya Express
পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন।
कृपया ध्यान दो